Hello everybody, here we are, 6.5, solving linear inequalities by using multiplication and division. And the biggest thing that we need to note here is that you flip the inequality sign when multiplying / dividing by a negative number. Okay, so usually I have a little section that says notes. I didn't have it here. So if you just write that down at the top, that you flip the inequality sign when multiplying by a negative, or multiplying or dividing by a negative number. So this is going to make sense in a little bit. I'll point it out when I'm doing it. But let's just start with number one. So do not solve each inequality. Determine which of the given numbers are solutions of the inequality. So what it wants us to do is just substitute. It's saying, does 3 kind of like satisfy this inequality? Does it make it true? So we can go 3, let's go to my blue. 3 times negative 3, is that less than negative 5? So 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Is that less than negative 5? Yes, it is. So that does satisfy the inequality. Okay, let's try 0. Does 3 times 0, is that less than negative 5? So is 0 less than negative 5? No, this is more than negative 5, so that does not work. And our last one, 1, so 3 times 1, oops, not 10. 3 times 1, is that less than negative 5? No, 3 is greater than negative 5, so that doesn't work as well. So that's a no, that's a no. There you go. Let's try the next one. We're just going to substitute again, and so you'll substitute into each side. So you can go 5 times negative, or subtract 3 times negative 5. Is that greater than or equal to 2 subtract negative 5? So 5 subtract, or we could do this as a positive, I guess. Negative 3 times negative 5 is going to give us positive 15. Greater than or equal to subtracting a negative is like adding a positive, so 7. So is 20 greater than or equal to 7? Yes, it is. So that does work. And then you can just continue to substitute the other ones. I won't do every example for you, but we're just substituting the values into the variable and seeing if it is true, if it's true. So let's do some more. I wish this was in a different color. No, there we go. So let's do this one. Solve each inequality and graph the solution. So I'm going to want, looks like we have more kind of A's over here. So I'm going to move this negative 1.3a over to the other side by adding 1.3a to each side. And so I'm going to use my calculator. We have a 3.5 negative plus 1.3 equals negative 2.2. So negative 2.2a is greater than 6.6. And now here is where this note that I gave you at the beginning comes into play. So flip the inequality sign when multiplying or dividing by a negative number. So to get this a by itself, we're going to divide by negative 2.2. We're going to divide each side by negative 2.2. And because we're dividing by a negative, this inequality sign is going to switch directions. So we're going to get a is now greater than, so 6.6 divided by negative 2.2 is going to be a negative 3, I suppose. So now a is going to be greater than -3. Okay, so now let's graph this on our little number line, and we can go like, say this is 0, -1, -2, -3, and it's not greater than or equal to, so we're going to use a not colored in circle, and it needs to be greater than -3, so we're going to go this way. Okay, there we go. Let's do the next one. We have a bunch of fractions. So I'm going to suggest multiplying by a common denominator. Looks like the first number that all of these go into is 6. So I'm going to suggest multiplying each side by 6, or 6 over 1 by 6. Okay, so this is going to give us now, you're going to distribute. So this is going to give us -5f, and 6 times -2/3 would give us, that can go into there once, that can go into there twice. Looks like we're going to have -4. And then that's greater than, okay, 6 times 4 over 3. 3 can go into 3 once, 3 can go into twice, and then we've got 8. And so that's just like way easier to look at than all these fractions. You can, if you would like, add 2/3 to each side, and then try to deal with it that way. But I think this is like a much kind of like cleaner version. So now let's get the f by itself. Let's plus 4 to each side, and we get -5f is greater than 12. And now we're going to divide each side by -5. Oh,